Good evening, wherever you are joining me from. It's good to be here once again. I'm so excited. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to approach videography, how to approach clients in videography. But as people are joining, I want to show you something, right? So wherever you're watching me from, please make sure you share the video. I want to show you something because what you are able to see now, this is how a video would look with your home lighting, right? So I see a lot of people actually have been asking me to say, hey, why doesn't my videos look nice? Why I'm using the same cameras as yours, but my videos don't really look as good as yours? And the main thing that I emphasize when it comes to video is lighting. All right. So anytime you're getting inside the room and you're about to set up your setup for videography, the first thing you need to look at is the lighting that is available in that place. Okay, I'm having an eye problem. I just hope it's not gonna get worse. All right, just let me know if sound is okay. You know, I've been away for a long time. I just said all these things today. So yeah, and also let me know where you are watching me from before I begin to show you what I want to show you before we start in today's topic, which is how to approach videography clients and make them work with you. All right, because most of the time we are expecting clients to reach to us, which is fine, but if you don't see clients coming to you, the best way is to look for them, and how you approach them matters. Okay, so this is how a home video lighting would look like. This is how it would look like, and I'm waiting just for people to be 20, then we get started. So like I was saying, if you are filming something, wherever you are filming, if you are filming indoors, right? Because today we are indoors. If you are filming indoors, and the first thing you need to look at is the place where you are filming, and don't start setting up your lights whilst the home lights are available, because now the video isn't looking good. So let us start to make it good. Okay, so the first thing that I usually do when I get into a scene is to switch off all the available light inside the room. So I'm gonna switch off this light right now. All right, so now there is no light, right? And now we need to set up our own light. Look at how the video is looking. So the first light that I normally set up, so I'm gonna walk you through what is known as a 3-point lighting. So the first light that I normally set up is the backlight, which is the light that you are seeing here. It is lighting over my shoulders and over my head. So this light is just helping me to separate myself from the background. All right. So after I set up the backlight, the next light that I normally set up is the key light. So I'm gonna switch on the key light now. So that is the key light, right? The key light is the one that is lighting me. So whenever we are talking about lighting, there are two things that we are talking about. We are talking about the light itself, which is this light that it is creating, and that shadow which it is creating. Okay, so the shadow is not a bad thing in lighting. I've heard a lot of videographers say, hey, how do we kill the shadows? The shadows also play a very big role when it comes to lighting. Okay, so in my studio today, I'm using what is known as the Rembrandt lighting, which is a popular Hollywood lighting technique, where the key light creates the shadows from the key light creates a sort of like a triangle on the opposite side of the cheek. So as you can see on my other side, you can see the flow of light is more like of a triangular, it's in a triangular. It creates a triangle on my face. So that is just the key light. So the key light creates some other shadows on this other side. These shadows are too harsh because we can't really see anything. So we need to bring in another light, right? That we call a fill light. So I'm gonna switch on another light now. All right, so that is a fill light. I'm using same lights. They are all set at the same distance, but the key light is more brighter than the fill light because I still want some of those shadows to create a little bit of depth. So now I can pop up I'm looking way much better. Okay. Before I greet everybody, let me just finish my small lighting setup. And yeah, so what is the next light I'm gonna add? It is practical lights. So in my studio, I have practical lights. I just hope they switch on. Oh, come on. There you go. So I've got that other one. I've got the other one here. All right, so you can see the small LED red lights in my background. Those are practical lights. All right, what are practical lights? These are just visible lights in your scene, sometimes to help, you know, to light the subject. Sometimes if you don't have a backlight, you can just use practical lights to just add depth to your video. All right, so I have practical lights in my studio. I'm also gonna switch the ones that are on my right side here. Let me just switch the cameras. So you can see even this side, I have some lights that I switch on just like that. All right, so those are practical lights, visible lights that you can see in the frame. All the other lights, I make sure they are not visible. Like the backlight, I've set it up so that the camera can't catch it. Even the key lights, I've hidden them, but practical lights, it's okay for them to show in your set. All right, so I'm now very separated from the background. It almost looks like this is a green screen, right? So I'm gonna add another light, which I call a blending light, right? That blends the whole set. And mostly people have been asking me, so when you go live, do you do color grading? I don't do color grading. I just play with lighting in my studio. All right, so I'm gonna switch on another light that brings that background, because you can see I have my Ronin MX there. I have my Ronin S there. Those are just what we call these Easter eggs that I've put, you know, just for the sake of decoration. But because of the way I've set my lighting, you can't even really see them properly, you know. So for me to blend everything together, I'm gonna switch on another light, that blue light, which adds this, you know, a bluish tint to my background so that I can pop up better. So my skin is more like orangish, and for me to pop up better, for me to realize my skin tone to pop up better, the opposite of my skin tone is almost like teal. So I'm trying to come up with sort of like a teal and orange sort of a look on the live. So that is the lighting part, and we've got a lot of things to discuss today. Let me greet some of you before we get into the main subject of today. I'm just passing by. All right, I can see Mr. Stewart, Professor. Thank you so much. You can just go offline like that. We miss you. Thank you so much, Mr. Stanford Namenya. Already prepared. Thank you so much. 4Keys Media. And Mr. Daniel Shilo. Mr. Daniel Makugwa says, nice to be back. Thank you so much. I'm also happy to be back. And this time, I'm back for good. Yeah, I think I'm just going to focus on creating more tutorials and videos. And Caroline, thank you so much from East Rand, South Africa. Sound check perfect, watching from Zambia. Thank you so much. Mr. Phineas is watching. We are watching from South Africa. So Shanguve, thank you so much. Mr. MJ Sitole, Lloyd D. Banda, thank you. Fidel is watching from Centurion. From Malawi, Mr. Lloyd Banda, thank you. Aaron from Zambia. Hi, Pedro. This is Chimwe from Lilongwe, Malawi, to Warm Heart of Africa. Thank you so much, Mr. Chimwemwe. This man is live today following you from Zambia. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm watching from Kwekwe, Zimbabwe. Thank you. From Port Elizabeth, thank you so much, Mr. Daniel. It's Tafazwa from Zimbabwe. Thank you so much, based in Cape Town. Hi, Duran here. Thank you so much for everybody who is joining. Please also share. This live is also on Facebook, on YouTube. Great. Fire. Thank you so much, Mr. CMZW. I like what you do. I'm watching from Zambia. Thank you so much, Koma. Sandiso is watching. This is it. Thank you so much, brother. Cool. So let's get started with today's topic. I'm going to go through a few things today. And I think this is one of the biggest topic that I think most videographers don't really like to pay attention to is the business side of videography. You know, for you to buy equipment, for you to actually move your videography career or your videography brand to the next level, you obviously need clients. And that is the biggest problem. And this is even the problem where other videographers don't even join in the first place because they don't know how they're gonna make clients in videography and stuff like that. And even myself, I was just a background videographer, but over the years, I have learned some techniques that has helped me to, you know, to be where I am and where I am able to get clients as well. All right. So those are some of the tips that I'm going to be sharing today. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And on top of that, I'm going to be sharing, I'm going to be giving a lot of announcements since I was not around and a lot of updates. Let me see if I'm able to open a page. If you have any questions now, as we are live, just let me know so that we don't leave anything unturned today. So we are starting again to more like mobilize. We used to have a lot of viewership, so people think I was gone for good, I was not coming. So we're going to look at how to approach clients, how workshop updates. We're going to also look at the new courses that we are launching on the 30th of September. And I'm also going to talk about the physical classes that are coming back now. It's been long overdue. So we're not only going to have online filmmaking classes, we're also going to have physical classes where you can come in and learn. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. And then our Zoom live master classes also, they're coming back. And UFC 1 year anniversary massive giveaway. On September 3rd, UFC Unified Film class is going to turn 1 year solid because last year it launched on the 30th of September. And on the 30th September, I'm going to do a small celebration where I'm going to give away at least 25 filmmaking gear that I no longer use. So it is just like in 15 days or 12 days. We're going to do that. So I'm going to talk about it later. And also, I'm going to be hiring some new creatives to help me because I want to focus more on creating tutorials for the YouTube channel and for my other social media platforms. You know, even though I do these things, I'm also busy with other projects on the side. So I'm trying now to reduce the other projects because I normally really get hired. That's why today I'm going to be sharing some of the tricks of how I get hired. So most of the time, I'm actually really busy in the field. I don't even have time for YouTube. The last time I posted a video on my YouTube was in February. Just that is how I've been busy. Okay? So I'm going to go full-time in content creation. I'm going to go full-time in these online teachings and in these lives. So I'm going to need some people to help me. I have a group of people that I usually work with, but they are not permanent. You know, sometimes I'll call them, they are busy somewhere, so I'm looking for some permanent people that I'm going to be working with, and I'm going to share some details later. All right, so today we are looking at how to approach clients and make them work with you. If you have any questions, let me know. Welcome back, brother. This is Mr. Khalid. Looks like money loves you. Looks like you are gaining weight, brother. No, I was actually working on a very big project. That's why I was not around. That project, oh man, I was lifting a heavy gear every single day. So that's why maybe you are seeing these hints they're coming. But also I was being treated well. You know, in videography, when you meet clients who value what you do, they were treating me like a king, and it has been amazing. Maybe that's why I look like I was gaining weight. All right, Ashley Silver Boys watching from Zambia. I'd like some gear. This is Tepo. Thank you. Long time boss. How are you? I'm good, Mr. COMMY. Thank you so much from Malawi. All right. So if you have any questions with regards, if you've been struggling to get clients, and there are some questions that you would want to ask, just drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I just want to share with you two things today when it comes to getting clients for videography and the most mistakes that videographers make. All right. So let's see. I've opened another page. If you have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I will be going through everything step by step, but I just want to teach quickly before I get into announcements, because some people just came here only for that. All right, so one of the courses that we are launching, I'm going to talk about the courses later. It is actually the business side of videography. So if you haven't yet started videography and you want to get started, before you actually learn the skill and all those stuff, I suggest you take the course that is coming out on the 30th. It's called Videography Business, right? Business in Videography. So that's where I'm going to be teaching some things today, all right? So when it comes to getting clients in videography, it depends on a number of things. It depends actually on 10 things that I have gone through myself. The first thing is, of course, you need to have the passion. You need to explore your passion for videography, knowing very well that, okay, you really want to push videography to some level. You know, you don't have to get into videography because somehow that is your calling or somehow that is your career. Even myself, videography was not my career. I just got into it by accident, but not really by accident. I just got into it because I wanted to raise money to go to college, right? But when I was there, there was so much challenges. Sometimes I felt like giving up because that's what I did. I never wanted to do that. You know, so on any small challenge that I encountered, I felt like, let me just give up this videography thing. It doesn't work. And, you know, I started videography in 2006. There was no YouTube. I never even had a smartphone. There was not even smartphones by that time, right? Even phones were still like, oh, what is this? You know, there wasn't phones. There wasn't enough videographers. There wasn't enough cameras. I didn't even have a computer. I learned videography using a TV and those VHS decks, those old, you know, those VHS cassettes. That's how I learned videography. So there was so much challenges, and most of the time I was giving up. After all, videography is not what I want to do, you know, but I still kept on going back because there wasn't any other thing that I was going to do anyways. So you have to explore your passion for videography first. And if you were in my shoes whereby it is not really something you want to do, but maybe you just want to do it to raise some money, because right now people are making money via videography, right? Making money through different ways, and I have discussed that in my upcoming course, how you can make money, side hustles you can use to make money in videography. So if you are someone who is in my shoes whereby you say, whether it works or not is not something that I really want to do, right? It's not going to work no matter the effort. So you have to come to a point where you explore your passion for videography, and in the period that you want to try it, make sure you are certain that you want to try it and you give it all. So that is the first thing, right? And the second thing is you need to develop your skills, of course. For you to make money in videography, the one thing that will speak for you is your skill. No matter the marketing techniques that you might know, or maybe you were studying marketing somewhere, no matter how good you are at talking to people and convincing people, but if your skills are not convincing, people will not hire you. So you need to have time to develop your skills. And when we're talking about developing your skills, let me just go through this quickly. There are 3 stages in videography, right? There's a stage number 1, which everybody is in that stage, where you just really like take your camera and shoot whatever is in front of you. Maybe even your grandmother, they have gone to meet their daughters somewhere, they can just take their smartphone and take a video to just keep it as a memory. That is the first level of videography, where everybody is in that videography. Your father, your grandmother, your young sister, everybody takes videos. Maybe they have gone to a nice place, they just capture something. That is the first category of videography. Then there is a second category of videography where I am, right? This category takes the first category even to the next level, where you do not only take your camera and point it and start shooting whatever that is there, but you have time to set up, you have time to look at how the lighting is, you have time to look at your camera settings. It's a semi-pro level, right? The only difference, it's actually a professional level, but the only difference is you are just a solo videographer who is doing everything. You are the one checking the light, you are the one holding the camera, sometimes you are the one directing, sometimes you are the one who is in the costume trying to direct what the artist should wear and stuff like that, or the talent in front of you. So you are basically a solo videographer who is doing everything, but your video still comes out professionally, right? So that is like the second category of videography. And then we have the third category of videography that I was doing now, where you are just specialized in one thing. Maybe you are just a colorist. That's all you know in videography, in filmmaking. Or maybe you are just a camera operator. So you just look for gigs in the camera operation direction. Or maybe you are just a gaffer, someone who is just specialized in lighting. Or maybe you are just a makeup artist for videography. There's makeup artists for slay queens, and there's makeup artists for videography who understands, oh, okay, this makeup I'm doing is for film. So that is the third level of videography, which requires you to study for many years to master that craft. You work in Hollywood, you're hired for only doing one thing. You cannot be hired for doing everything. So even the project that I was doing now, due to non-disclosure agreement that I signed, I can't really even say anything. Even the phones were not allowed on set. On that project, I was the camera operator and assistant director. So any other thing, I was not involved in it. There were other people who were there. So that is the third level of videography. So the videography that I teach, it is the second level of videography, where you do everything yourself. It will not really come as professional as Hollywood standard, but there will be some level of professionalism that will separate it from everyone who is doing, who is on the first level, which is just putting up your camera or your phone and taking whatever that is there, right? So if you want to really get hired, you need to have time to develop your skills. You know, there's one thing that I see, there's understanding and there's knowing something, and there's a difference between understanding something and knowing something. So most videographers, when they get in the videography arena, they want to just know, okay, what is the best settings for music videos? That's the kind of questions that I know they send me, and then I'll be telling them, okay, your shutter speed must be set like this, your aperture must be set like this, your picture styles, your codecs like this. You know, but you don't understand, right? What is the best picture for color grading, or how do you do color grading? People who get into videography, where they fail actually is they just want to know how to do that particular thing and then try to duplicate it in their projects. But they don't really understand, okay, when we are talking about frame rate, what are we really talking about? How does frame rate really affect your image? So that is a level in which I teach. If you go to my online film school, that is how I teach. I teach you what is frame rate so that you really understand it. You will be able to manipulate it on your own, even on other projects, not only on one project. Right, so you need to have time to develop your skills, and then after you develop your skills, you need to build a strong videography portfolio, which shows what you are able to do, right? Because this one will showcase your skills to your potential clients. That's the third thing that you need to do. So when you are starting, maybe you don't have a camera, you don't have any equipment, you don't have any connection, maybe you have taken my online film class. Now you want to create a portfolio. I have described in details how you can go about that even without a camera, right? And learning videography does not really require you to have a camera like where videographers waste their so much time, their precious time. Oh, maybe I need a GH5 for me to create good videos. When you are learning videography, phones have become very good now. There isn't really much to learn, even if it looks like there's so much. What you just need to understand is camera settings, the most important settings of a camera that you need to know, lighting, some basic lighting. You need to know some camera movements, some camera angles. You need to know how to record clean sound. Just those few things. If you can just really understand them, I'm sure you'll be able to get through videography with ease. Right. So you need to create a strong videography portfolio because this is the first thing that your clients will see when you are approaching them. All right. And then number 3 is marketing and number 4 is marketing and promoting your brand. I always market myself by coming here doing lives. I always post things that has to do with videography. I always talk about videography wherever I am. I'm always marketing myself, right? To make sure that you take your brand to the next level. Okay. And then number 5 is marketing and networking and building relationships. Okay. So if there's a group of filmmakers, I have a group of filmmakers. If you want to join it, just text the number that is on this page. So you need to get involved into groups of other filmmakers. You need to network with other videographers. I have explained all these things in the upcoming course, Business in Videography, things that you need to do in order for you to make money in videography. So those are a few things that you need to do, but today I want to focus on a topic of how to get clients, okay? And let's get started. If you have any questions here first, let me see before I close, because I don't want to be here for a long time. Okay, let's share the video. Thank you so much. Long time boss, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Mr. COM. All right, I'd love to join the group. All right, just send your WhatsApp message. Wow, do you provide classes for live streaming? Yes, live streaming is one of the classes that is launching on the 30th. I'm going to talk about it later. All right. Will Canon M50 Mark II be better for music video? Definitely, if you have the skills to back it up. Thank you. Picture square photography. I don't know what you're trying to mean, but let's continue. All right. So when you spend some time to learn videography and you become a little bit skilled, create a strong portfolio. A portfolio is just a collection of your work, that people can see, right? And then where the biggest mistake comes with most videographers is after they have created their show reel or their demo video or their portfolio, they just post it on their social media and start promoting that, so that clients can see it and hopefully contact them. Videography is highly competitive now. Most smartphones, they are so good at taking videos, so people don't even see a reason why to hire a videographer, especially on family gatherings and stuff like that. People don't usually hire videographers now because almost everybody can just really take their camera and shoot something. So for you to get to a point where they hire you, you have to move a step up. You have to step up a little bit. So if you are wondering, or if you are waiting for a client to reach a level where they contact you to say, oh, I saw your video on Facebook, we want to know more about you. You might wait forever because there are so many people who are posting the same things. Almost everybody, they've got a sort of like a video that they have posted. So for them to skip the other people and just see your video on your feed, it will take you a lot of time. So what I usually do, even myself when I started, I was hoping like that. So I focused on learning a little bit about videography, create a portfolio, and then I started promoting that portfolio, like on Facebook, sharing and talking about it, but I wasn't getting the clients that I was expecting. You know, actually the clients that the people who were commenting on that video is just a few people who were around me, a few friends on Facebook and Instagram, you know, not even like someone who is a stranger, just a few people in the small community where I was staying. And those are the people who can never even give me business. You know, they can only give you business when they are stranded or if it is just for free, you know. So I realized that if I'm always going to wait for clients, it's a good thing that your content is out there, you're promoting it. Yes, there will be chances that someone will actually see you, but those chances are 1 in 100. So the best is for you to actually go and look for clients, right? And then the first technique that I use myself to look for clients is what I call code rich, you know, where I actually really, let's say, for example, I'm looking for clients in real estate video. What I do is I just go online on Google and look for houses which are being sold, you know, on popular websites like here in South Africa, there is Property 24, right? I just look Property 24 and see all the nice houses that are being sold there. And below, they usually leave their contacts, either their email address or their phone number. Then I'll take that phone number and reach to them coldly. You know, that's what I call cold reach. Take that email. Maybe I can give myself, like, today I want to reach to 50 people. And then I'm going to take down numbers for 50 people and craft a personalized message. So now that's where we are, approaching them. All right. So if you are into real estate, where are your clients? It's people who are in the real estate agents, people who are selling houses. So where do you find those people? Easy. You can either find them online. There's everywhere people, they are selling houses. So you ask around, oh, I'm looking for a house to buy. People will tell you to say, oh, no, there are these houses that are being sold. Or just by the roadside, you'll see posters of people selling houses with their emails and their email address. Take those numbers. If you are looking for people in real estate, you have to know where your clients are. All right. So maybe you are in music videos, for example. Where do you find musicians? Where do you find musicians? So sometimes there are musicians, they sing, they are on Facebook or Instagram. They have put their details on their profiles there. Take those details, email or phone numbers or DM. Take those numbers and reach out to them. That's what I call cold reach, and reach out to them yourself. Now, how you reach to them, that's what we are discussing today. So if you are into corporate videos, where do you find corporate clients? It's in the corporate environment, maybe in corporate meetings. You know, I was just doing a corporate event recently where there was almost 300 different types of businesses. So if those kind of meetings are happening in your area and you are into corporate videos, attend such meetings, right? Attend such meetings, go there as if you are trying to, you know, to participate in the word, and after the meeting is over, try to take as much numbers as you can. And don't just take 2, 3 and it fails, then you no, it doesn't work. Out of the 50 people that I will get, out of the 50 numbers or emails that I will get, and reach out all to them, maybe if I'm like 15 people get back to me, maybe 10 people, we might end up working. But for other people, maybe someone will not even get to you because of the way you approach them, what you write to them when you're approaching them for the first time. And that's what I'm going to teach you today. All right. I'm enjoying watching from Zambia. Continue inspiring me and the world. Thank you so much, Mr. Director, Mr. T. Zerem. Thank you. Watching from Cape George. Thank you so much, Mr. Matthew Butao. How can we join the group? There's a number on this page. our official WhatsApp number. Just text that number, I want to join the group, and you'll be added. All right, how and where can someone purchase the Atem Mini Pro who lives in Zambia, Lusaka? I've been sending a lot of gear to people in Zambia, so just text me. I'll be able to help. Do you have a school for this? Yes, I have an online filmmaking school, and in January we are starting physical classes. I'm going to talk about them later in today's topic. I'm enjoying watching from Zambia, Mr. Gift. Thank you so much. Sounds interesting. Thank you so much. Watching from Orange Farm. Thank you so much. Percy. Thank you so much. All right, let's continue. So, how do you reach to them? I'm going to give you a tip, right? One tip, but the rest of the tip, you'll find them, of course, in the course. Okay, so when you get all the numbers, when you reach out however you can reach, if you are getting into, let's say, wedding videography, you should be able to know where you'll be getting your clients. Don't just get into there and expecting, oh, wedding clients will come to me. Even yourself, you should be able to know. In case they don't come, then you are out of business. You should also be able to know where you will get them. So if you are into wedding videography, where do you find wedding clients? There's a lot of wedding planners on Facebook. Just go to a page where I'm looking for wedding planner. Those wedding planners, they have got weddings that they're planning for. Those are the people you can talk to. Or maybe you go to the venue. There are places where they offer wedding venues. If you go to those wedding venues, you'll see like every week they are booked at that wedding venue. So you just go there and talk to them. But how you talk to them is what is important. All right, so let me give you a tip of how I approach clients myself, okay? So suppose you are in a real estate video. I'm just giving an example, right? Suppose you are into real estate videos. You go and fetch all those numbers wherever you can find, whether it is through posters, whether it is through dedicated websites where houses are being sold, wherever you can get their contacts. I'm talking about code rich, right? After you collect those numbers, you need to personalize a message, right? So instead, the biggest mistake that videographers, they do when they're approaching a client, number one is they go like, hi, my name is Pedro. I'm a videographer. If you are interested into a video for your real estate video, please contact me. You see, that statement, if you are writing such kind of a message to me, if I'm selling a house and you are saying, oh no, I'm a videographer, I do powerful videography, I've worked with so many people, the big mistake that you make is you start to talk about how good your craft is, how many people you have worked with, how good your videos are, how long you have been in the industry, how professional you are. Trust me, a person who is selling houses is not interested to know about all those things. Is not interested to know about what you can do. They are interested into selling their house. So the better way, the better approach is, for example, I'm going to give another example, right? Same real estate. Instead of writing about how good you are, what you have done, with which people you have worked, I've worked with celebrities, instead of writing about all those things, write it in this way. Approach them in this way, right? Find a need that you can feel. How can I explain this in a better way? All right, okay. If they are supposed to give you a gig, how will they benefit? Let me explain. So, for example, I'm a new videographer into real estate videos, and I'm looking for real estate clients, right? Instead of me to talk to them about how good I am, I'm gonna talk to them. This is how I talk to them myself, right? Hi, my name is Pedro. I'm a professional videographer. I just saw your real estate video I just saw your the property that you are selling, and I must say it is a very beautiful place. I like the house so much. And because of you are just using pictures, I'm thinking it is very difficult to sell a house when you are just using pictures to advertise, because pictures, they don't really show how much, they don't show a lot about the property. But if you're gonna use a video, it's gonna show a lot about your property. It will even save you time. People will not come to view your house, saving you time. People will be able to just tour your place virtually through the video. And the videos I create has helped a lot of other real estate agents to sell their houses. So what you are selling, you are telling them how are they going to benefit from your videography. Because if someone has to give you a project, it is not what it is. They are looking to benefit from that project. So instead of you reaching out to them in a way that it just talks about how good you are, they are not interested. That's why they just posted with pictures, you know. But if they wanted a video, maybe they could have looked for a videographer a long time ago. So if they believe in we can sell a house by advertising it with pictures, you have to convince them that, okay, if I give you a video is better than pictures, and these are the reasons. So they can see, oh, okay, so if I give this guy a gig to shoot my real estate video, it means my house will sell faster. So they can already see a benefit. If it is a musician, for example, you just approach them to say, hey, bro, I just listened to the song that you released. That song is very nice. I can relate to that song. You know, you try to pull them first, and then you tell them how you're going to benefit them. Say, no, I'm a videographer. I do music videos. I would like to shoot a video for that song. Because the current state where they are, people might not, the video might really amplify the message you are trying to send in that song. So the artist sees already to say, okay, just the audio alone, it is doing wonders. But if I did a video, that is marketing 101. You just put across first, how are they going to benefit themselves from your videography? That is something that you need to put in front. If you're going to a wedding, maybe you are into wedding videography, and you reach to a place, right? You reach to a place or where they offer wedding venues. Those people, they just offer their place as a wedding venue. But if you want to use them to get wedding gigs, you need to know how to approach them, you know? So instead of you to say, oh, okay, I'm a videographer, I shoot videos, so anytime there's a person who is booking a wedding, please call me. They'll feel lazy. But try to tell them how your services will help them. So instead of you going that route, tell them to say, hey, I'm a videographer. You know, couples who are looking for wedding venues, sometimes they look also for a videographer. So me having shot a lot of weddings, you know, I have helped venues, you know, to be booked fully because I'm usually included as a package. So if you include me in your package as we offer a venue, and on this venue we already have a videographer, people will prefer your place far much better than if you just offered your place without a videographer. So between you and me, let's strike a deal. If you book a wedding, where videography is included, I'm going to also give you a cut from my expertise. So they can already see the benefit of them giving you, of accommodating you. So the first thing you need to know, or you need to put in front when you are approaching a client, is their benefit. Create a problem. If there is no problem, create a problem for them that does not exist. Tell them to say, no, the way you are doing it's fine, but if you just included this, it's going to be 2 times more, so that they can have a sense of, okay, we're going to benefit something. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is one tip That how I approach clients. If you have any questions, let's go through your questions. Very educative. Thank you so much. This is Mr. Percy. This is Percy. We are going and flying high. We are the product of Unify. Thank you so much, Mr. Joe Blow. Thank you so much. I miss you. I met this man at the at the workshop in Zambia. Thank you so much. It's making a lot of sense. Thank you so much. All right, that is just one tip. And then I'm going to just give you another tip quickly. It's not really a tip, but if you want to learn about all these things, I'm going to talk about it. I'm launching, this is one of the best classes that I will be launching, business in videography. All right. You should definitely look out for it. On the 30th September, it's launching. So the other method that I use is called crocodile method. A crocodile method. Okay. So the idea is, you know, how a crocodile, one of the ways through which a crocodile catches its prey, you know, is it spots an area by the river where their prey usually come. Okay, you know, by the river, in the river, there's always a place where if animals wants to drink water, they go to that spot. So a crocodile, it spots that place, you know, and whenever it's hungry, it doesn't go anywhere. It goes to that spot and wait until a prey comes. So when it comes, it ambushes the prey. So the other method through which I get clients is through what I call a crocodile method. So, like I was explaining, instead of you to just wait for them to come, you need to find the time to what better word can I use? You need to find time to know where your clients are. Like, for example, I was talking about musicians. Where do you find musicians? Mostly at the recording studios, right? That's where musicians go and make their music. So if you really want to meet musicians, go to the recording studios. That is one of the most effective way through which I've been getting a lot of clients, not just for musicians, but in different categories. I just go to where I know I'm going to meet them. So if you are into music videos, for example, just go to the studio where they record music. Every day there's a musician who is recording there. So you go there and talk to the sound engineer to say, if a musician comes, tell them that, and they record their song and they want to do a video. I'm a videographer. This is my portfolio. This is what I've been able to do. So if ever a musician come and they want to do a video, please show them my portfolio. And if I manage to book a musician through you, we can share the profit. I can give you a cut. I usually give a 15% cut to all the producers who give me videography works for musicians. I don't even go, if you go even on my page or on any social media, you'll never find me say, hey, if you are a musician, I want to work with you, just contact me. I go to the studios, I go to places where I can find musicians. If there's a concert somewhere where I know musicians will come and perform, I'll also attend that concert. I'll buy a ticket and attend that concert. My main idea is whenever every person is finished performing, I talk to them and I get their number, especially those that I want to work with. So I go and wait at the spot where they are coming. If you are into corporate videos, like I was saying, just go to corporate gatherings, corporate meetings. You'll find a lot of businesses there. When they come, ambush them, take their numbers, talk to them, make business. If you are waiting for clients to come to you in videography today, you're not going to have a lot of clients because videography is overpopulated. So you need to come up with ways through which you can make business. Someone said, no, if you're a professional, you don't have to look for video, you don't have to look for clients. Come on, Coca-Cola, it's a big company, but until today, you find them looking for clients in the malls. You know, talk about any big company, Kellogg's, any big company, you know, companies like, what you call, Mr. Price, they're always advertising, looking for a client. You are not even known anyway. You are waiting for a client to come. They will not come. Find ways to look for them, and I have shared 10 ways to approach this videography client thing of how I've been able to get clients, and that is coming in the course that we are launching on the 30th. So on the 30th, I'm launching 3 courses. As I'm talking to you now, I'm busy uploading them to our website, ufc.unifyinventive.net. So we are launching videography business course. We are launching YouTube course, YouTube Pro, how to create your YouTube channel, and how to create YouTube content, how to edit videos for YouTube, you know. So if you have time, check out my YouTube channel. I haven't posted anything since February, but my YouTube channel has been growing. This is like my 3rd YouTube channel, right? I just created it. Within the first 1 month, I was able to reach 6,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And mind you, I only do educational content, which doesn't really, people don't want to learn. And it's in the videography, which is the career which people don't really like. So reaching 1,000 subscribers in that 1 month, it is something that is hard for most videographers to reach. But with the right knowledge, with the way you create your YouTube channel, the settings that you put, even now my channel has been growing on its own. On its own. I don't post videos, I don't even talk about it, but it's discoverable. So I have a course that goes into details like how you create your YouTube channel, how you write things if you are a filmmaker or in which genre of videography you are in, but there's a way that you need to create your YouTube channel. You know, people go to YouTube for 3 things. I think they go there for entertainment, for education. Yeah, for 2 things actually, entertainment and education. All right. So if your content is not educational, it's not entertaining, they're not gonna watch. You're not gonna watch, and your YouTube channel will not be promoted. So I have explained even some of the YouTube videos that you could start making now to start making a lot of money. I have explained a lot, and now that's why I'm gonna hire a few videographers to help me, because I just want to create more YouTube channel, more YouTube videos, more educational content, because I never really had that time. All right, so I'm gonna be launching that course as well, and then we're gonna be launching Live Streaming Pro. This live streaming, I started making this course 2 years back. You know, I received a call from Cape Town yesterday from a guy called Mr. Ricky Media something. He told me, I watched all your YouTube videos, man. If somebody watches your video and they still don't understand, maybe that person is sick. The way you explain, and that's exactly how I want my stuff to be like. You know, I don't really just release content just because I want to make money. I want a lot of subscribers and stuff. No, I want my content to be of value. If it is educational, they really have to educate. After watching my video or after watching my broadcast, at least learn something, even one, so that at least it's not a waste of time and data. All right, so that live streaming is one of the ways through which I make money, a lot of money through just live streaming. I've helped a lot of churches, government projects. I've done live streaming for quite a while, and that course, finally, it is coming as well on the 30th of September. Look out for that. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is our workshops. So we're supposed to have these workshops in April. So in April, we had a really big problem, a personal problem that I had really no control over. And then it ended up hanging for 2 months, right? So we ended up postponing the workshop. And after we postponed the workshop, you know, people off the internet, after they paid something, they started thinking, oh, maybe this thing is a scam. And they started pulling out and asking for their refund. So we have refunded almost everybody. And we postponed the workshop to, it was supposed to be this month, but then the people who were available, they were too small for me to fly just to do workshop for 2 people in Ndola, 2 people in 7 people in Lusaka. It was too small, so I decided let's refund everybody and we just arrange 1 big workshop or 2 big workshops that will be for free. And then it's free, but you have to just register so that I know how much number is coming. So we're gonna have workshops in Zambia, Botswana, and Zimbabwe, because now they are coming in for free. All right, my team, we're gonna organize everything. So it's gonna start in November, more details on Monday. All right, and then that is the workshop. So the people who are remaining to be refunded, they'll be refunded month end of this in 10 days time. We are already refunding a lot of them. So we've refunded everybody who asked for the refund, and then the number went too low and I couldn't just do the workshop for a few people. So because of all these delays, we're just gonna do some workshops for free in Zimbabwe, Botswana, Zambia, and Pretoria, South Africa. All right. And then next month, not next month, next year, starting in January, we're going to be having physical classes. So I have an awesome online classes where my courses are, which you can go. I think today it's offline because we are uploading other courses. But let me see. Let me just show you. So I have an awesome online classes where I teach these things in details. If you really want to learn, if you really want to know how to shoot videos, what angles to use, lighting, if you want to learn these things in the most simplest way, I think my courses have something to offer. So I have all these courses, beautiful courses. So if you want to learn how to shoot videos, I have a course dedicated for that. If you want to learn video editing, color grading, these first 3 courses, they are just really aimed at giving you the skill, right? And we have live music video. If you want to major into music videos, we have this course for music video. If you want to major into wedding video, we have this course. Now live streaming is coming this month end, and a few more other courses that are coming. So next year, we're gonna be having physical classes as well. So before these online courses began, we had an office there in Santon where students used to come. So after COVID hit, that office closed and it never opened, and we went online. So we are reopening that office in January. And I just wanted to know, because the arrangement that we have for that program is when you come, there will be a computer for you, there will be a camera for you, all right? And I wanted to know how much you are willing to pay to come to that physical class. Accommodation will be provided. You will find a camera, you will find a computer, and it's going to last for 5 days. So you come on Monday, you go back on Friday after you are done with the course. So all these things that are on my website, I'm gonna teach them there physically. You have a camera to practice. By the time you leave, after 5 days, at least you have a strong portfolio. We're gonna be setting different types of setup, interviews, YouTube setups, music videos, and all those kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna be doing for the whole 5 days. Like I said, accommodation and food, all those things, you have no worries. So I just want to find out from the community how much you'll be willing to pay before we announce the price that we are thinking. All right. And then one last thing, what didn't I talk about today? I think I've spoken about everything. Oh yeah, 1 year UFC 1 year anniversary. So I said our online classes launched last year in September 3rd. On September 3rd, I'm gonna be giving away everything that I don't need in my studio. I've been giving away gear, but there are some stuff that I don't need. Actually, you have to tell me whether I should throw it away or somebody wants it. I have microphones, lapel microphones, old stuff that I haven't used, you know. So I'm clearing part of my closet to just really remain with things that I'm using. So I have a lot of gear that I'm gonna give away. At least 15 video lights. There's lapel microphones. There's smoke machines. Things that something maybe is broken, I don't have time to fix it, I just packed it there, and those things are taking time. I wanted to just really like throw it, but I said no, maybe there's some people on the filmmaking community who might need those items, so I'm gonna showcase them on the 30th of September. And if you want to be part of those people who win those stuff, you have to be in one of my classes, in just one of my classes, okay? And just be waiting for the special. And then we have the Zoom meeting master classes that are coming back, the ones that you pay $250, and then we go through the whole course. They're coming back in October. The second week of October, we are starting with the master classes, daily master classes. I'm sure it will be fun. More details about that again on Monday. All right, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for those ones who have joined us late. And I hope today you have learned something. We are just starting. On Monday, again, I'll be live. We're going to be learning just like that. If you don't have any money, if you are scared to invest in videography, at least just watch the lives. You'll be learning one or two things. You know, after a month, you would have really learned a lot. All right, are you also giving credit something like certificate? Yes, if you apply online courses. There's actually like exams that you write. It's not really something that you learn. It's something that is based on understanding practical. It's not online that you see me teaching like this. I'm teaching you, I'm giving you tasks based on what you have learned. And I don't just really like explain things. You know, I use some of my old footage to explain what I'm talking about. I'll show you, these are the settings, this is how the picture looks, and then you have a hang of it, you know. So at the end of the workshop, you also have a certificate. After answering all the questions, because there's exams and questions in between the chapters. So sometimes I can ask you to go and shoot 2 clips using the angles. I'll give you the angles. All those things are there in the courses already. So you hand over your assignments, and then we look at those assignments, and if I think you are able to do it, and then that's what I'm going to be doing from Monday, actually, going through people's assignments, because we are about to also give certificates. All right, thank you so much for sharing these important notes, Master Pedro. Thank you. Thank you a lot. We need those things. Thank you. I'm in Zoom class. They are very interesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the Zoom classes that are coming second week of October. All the other stuff will be posted on Monday. All right, I enjoyed your class. Thank you so much. All right, thank you very much to everybody who is watching. I can see Bahari Hair Boutique is also tuned in, supporting our clients the way you all support us. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you so much for doing great work. Thank you so much. Bahari Hair Boutique, that's where I do my hair. And they tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, so this was just an introduction that we are starting what we have been doing best, and this time we are taking it even to the next level. All right, so I'll see you again. Just subscribe, or if you haven't liked the page, or if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, just subscribe so that at least you get updated when we post. All right, so today we have a small viewership. As it goes, we're going to be having a lot of viewership. We usually have a lot of viewership, but people thought I've disappeared. All right, I'm just trying to reduce some of the works and some of the gigs that I get hired so that I can focus on mentorship and things that are related to creating tutorials and stuff like that. Thank you so much for everybody who tuned in today. I'll see you on Monday. There's a lot of updates on Monday. I'm gonna post a lot of updates, all the courses that are coming, all the workshop details, all the master classes that are coming. We're gonna post all those things on Monday. So just stay tuned to the page. Otherwise, I'll see you next Monday. Thank you very much. If you have any questions with what has happened today, just leave the question in the comment sections.